Hi there. Got the drink? Good. Don't drink coffee, kids. I'm a bit like, I have some of these things that I don't care about. Or actually care about them because I do them. Well, gotta have a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Good old joy in your life and some of the pleasure. But anyway, like the language thing is one of a kind of a puzzle. Because I'd like to speak just one language. You know that I know many languages, and you know also that you might be watching this from other country than Finland, other country than America. There have been many people watching from many countries: America, Great Britain, Spain, probably Italy, uh, Greek even, and Sweden, Norway, stuff like that. I probably didn't mention all the countries in the one video like a while back, and that probably triggered some people, and you people who have been most likely a bit triggered for not being mentioned. Um, you are not the only people who have been triggered. There have been so many, and so yeah, like, how do I live my life? How do I feel? Would you like to even know? Like, you don't even want to know. Like, yeah, uh, God is infinite, God is peace, God is fulfilling and loving. So what the heck am I complaining? Well, I'm not complaining, but what what I'm actually doing is not maybe so easy. Because if you think that, yeah, I'm some cool person who has everything. I don't know, by the way, if anybody thinks like that, but if you think like that, you're missing the mark. Because I have to figure out various kinds of things. I know you have to too, but I've had like weird things happening in my life. I've had to figure out often that how do I get rid of some projections? How do I present myself so that I I have my basic needs met? Like, how do I communicate with the repairman who needs to fix my ceiling and stuff like that? How do I actually do all that? Yeah, I know how to do that, but is it up to me that they want to be kind? Is it up to me that um, people people are some people are assholes? And I have to tell you, I don't like this at all. Like, uh, let me explain. I love this all, what I'm doing, who I am, who I've become, but like, I don't like this weirdness around what I'm doing at all. Like, not at all. Most of the times, not most of the times, I'm just speaking in this comedic, funny way to you, but most of the time, I'm trying to figure out some really nasty social stuff. Like, for instance, when I woke up, in my mind was this thought that, like, I was trying to figure out that what is the rumor now? What is the new gossip? How have how have some of the sayings been twisted now? How have some of the things I've said been twisted? What is it about? Like, did I forget to mention about some country where I mentioned some countries? Did I? spell some word wrong, or is there something with my past that isn't necessarily this moment that puzzles people? Because I have to tell you, my path has been long and arduous. I've often um, just kind of flowed through life and, of course, played music and done various kinds of things. And so the Latin American chant group, people with whom I've played guitar, have not been the only hippies I've been playing guitar with and been sitting in the park at summer occasionally with. I've known many hippies, I've known many people, and traversed across some different friend groups, and been left alone and found new friends and being left alone. Currently I'm kind of not really in terms with some past acquaintances. But anyway, like there have been many rumors, and one of those rumors is that I had something to do with that culture still. Although I was just kind of traveling through that experience, and it's really difficult. It's really difficult to see how some people think. To be honest, to be brutally honest, if they ask like, or sometimes I say to people that if you like really want to hear, I'm willing to be really honest here, and I just want to tell you that there are several severe blind spots that people might have with these traditions. Can't be entirely clear here about what I'm talking about, but like I've explained this in depth in my blogs and so on, that when somebody is somehow awake or somehow shamanistic or somehow like hip, like really hip and doing um, weird things and being really happy, many people often associate it with with some sort of um, en- enhancements. Enhancements. That oh, you are just getting this. They want to know that where did you get what you have. Two, how can you handle this? Like you're so young and you're to everything. And see, what drugs do you take? The wildest rumor that I've actually made about myself is that I do 500 kilos of heroin a day. Like, come on, cut me some slack. When people were projecting a lot, like, what is your drug? What are you taking? Who are you with? Or that's how I felt that these projections were. I wanted to make a mess out of it. I wanted to make a parody. I wanted to kind of um, mention about the most far out idea anybody could even think of to make it seem as absurd as possible. But maybe some people even were like, oh. And like I have nothing to do with anything like that. I spend time home, I practice guitar, write articles and take walks and cry a little bit, laugh a little bit, and stuff like that. So on several occasions I've been asked like weird questions that so I can say that no, there is not a like emergency um, um, emergency floor floor sleeping uh, cult in my apartment or anything, or not involved really with anything that I've joked about, of course, and So it's been really funny. Sometimes, sometimes I don't know where it's coming from. And there might be some people who think that, oh, yeah, you're doing this and that. And I'm like, I don't know that person. I haven't been there. I don't do that. I don't fucking like that you think that I had something to do with this. And yeah, like I've said, I've spoken the truth all this time, all along. I've been speaking the truth. Me, Lila, me just want a tomato and a bread and speak the truth, no? See. And it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's been a quite a learning experience for me to to you know traverse across the cosmos in a astral body attached to a physical body that has its own things. And what do you think, by the way, if I may ask? Having a little trouble with my hair that's on the way. I like to touch it though, but what do you think? Is it if you think about like drinking like coffee, is this stupid to do this? Because why would you have a handle if it wasn't meant to be used? I kind of made some mistakes there. And I just want to walk. I just want to talk. I'm addicted to it. And so many things that I do and say have been misinterpreted severely. That what is this project like? Um, what was the estimate count, or what was the estimated income from this project, and who were the clients, and uh, just look like I don't know. Sometimes we have to. Sometimes we need to say something, and we need to say or do something, and then it comes true if we don't interfere with the shipment. If you think about a ship and a harbor and a kind of a shipment of some items, accessories. So, what sense would it make if you were the harbor staff member and you were waiting to receive a shipment, accessories that your country needs? So, what sense would it make to wait in the harbor and when the ship comes, denying all the paperwork and not letting it land and attach to the shore, and just saying to them, hey, look, you traveled all this way from wherever, from Cuba, and I'm sorry, you can't land. So that would be indeed disastrous. And so basically with videos like this, I don't have a like specific intention. I just have a vibe and I just want to talk about it. And one other thing that I've noticed is that sometimes you can't be too kind. You can't express your openness and kindness and joy to just all like that. Because what I've noticed is when I've been like filming some videos or being with people like, everything is alright, I'm sure everything will go alright. It has it has certainly attracted different kind of energy in my energy. But when you're being like, it's safer. So there gotta be some guidelines in places like these where anybody can watch what you do. But for the most part, I'm doing good, and also figuring out, like I said, that what's the current gossip, what's the new projection, what's the new rumor, and so yeah, keep in mind if you're ever going to do something similar that I do, uh, be watchful because I can't understand it myself that why people are like this. I cannot understand it at all. That why would somebody be so evil as they've been to me? But yeah, myself don't act like that, and I hope that in time, my way of being, my way of embodying myself will also be serve as an example for others as well, to not be malicious towards others or attacking and verbally insulting people. The funny thing is that I'm really kind, but I had to learn myself to insult people. I had to learn to give it back. I had to learn to give it all back. You see. I had to learn to insult people and to send the projections back to sender, to send them back to sender whenever you hear some, because you can hear some definite, really definable words and ideas in your mind, and it's obvious that somebody else is planting them in there. Like, it's as if somebody's in their home and you're in their home and they're thinking about you and they're saying what a terrible asshole they're probably doing, um, heroin and stealing bikes and whatever. And so in those moments I just like, yeah, I can't teach this method though, but somehow it needs to be sent back to the sender. If it isn't true, why would I buy it? If it isn't true, non es verdad, non est sanctum. But yeah, so anyway, uh, it was 1818, exactly the the time when I said that Spanish saying. But anyway, thanks for watching. I wish you a lot of goodness and a lot of understanding and a lot of peace and joy and courage when you have to face life's difficulties. I don't know if those will ever end when you're living in a body. So take care.